Hi, everyone, and good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on which side of the world that you are. My name is Jean Maurice Prosper, and I'm a Christian author. I recently published a couple of books, which were written for, took me around probably the biggest one is 10 years, which is Surviving Adultery. And the other one has to do with marketplace ministry. The seven spheres of influence and how, as Christian professional, we can influence the society, the government, the country for good. But my most important, every books is every books they are all important, but the most I think um, deep one has to do with surviving adultery. As the title itself mentioned, it's how we go through adultery, whether we are the one who have been cheated, or if we are the one who, for some reason, we cheated on our spouse. So the book is about how a couple go through an adulterous affair on both sides. So both spouse have been cheated and cheated, but they have a strong built on love marriage, but somehow it happened, right? Somehow it happened. And it's about how they go through it. It is real life experience. It is my experience, what of my wife experiences. So of course, after we went through that, after going through healing, we became Christians and we built our life on Christ. And we thought that sharing this is important because I could not hear it anywhere. I could not find any church preaching about how we survive that and how we go through that. Okay. So the book is about how we go through it, right? It also has a lot of tips, insights, and the damages that it causes because we are far from knowing it unless we go through it. And it also contains a part of how we do to get through it, how to rebuild the relationship after it has been destroyed, how to save our marriage, how to prevent it from happening again. What are the signs that some things are going wrong and that there is a opportunity or cracks that will definitely end up in this situation? Why does someone who loves the spouse ends up in that situation? So many things happen. It's not as if as clear cut as it seems because many of us we are in love, we get married, then the life kicks in, then this happens. So and every time when we go to a wedding, we always say, I accept you for the best and for the worst. But nobody's prepared for the worst. And I always say that the worst thing that can happen is when we are betrayed. Our intimacy is betrayed. Our sexual connection with that part is betrayed. We have to stay married. We have to survive that. How do we do that? We don't have any tools. I did not see any tools. I had to go through it alone by myself. And there's so many reasons that people don't talk about it. Um, One of them is shame. We are ashamed of ourselves, of our failures. We think about what big wedding that we had. We think about all the times we gave so much testimony. We were so proud of our big wedding. So we are ashamed because we're Christian. We don't want to talk about it. We are ashamed of our spouse who cheated. We are ashamed because we have been cheated upon. We are ashamed and we are afraid. We are frightened about what people can say, what people will say. We are afraid of losing our comfort in the couple. We're afraid to hurt the other one. There's so many reasons. So some choose to suffer in silence because they love your parties. Also, their love is bigger, but they get stuck into that, so they suffer in silence. the problem is not dealt with. I mean, the adulterous affair is not dealt with; it continues. So and then the bit has to be sorted out. So both, if this is not sorted, if it's not tackled, it is addressed, both will suffer. And there are so many reasons. I mean, many reasons. The two main reasons why someone will fall into adultery, and that's what the book is about. So, and that is what I want to deal with in the consequent and the series of video. Uh, I wrote the book, but I want to interact with all of you who have been through it, who are going through it, who want to talk about it, who want to have some sort of exchange, understanding. Because I've been through it, and we are out of it. This year, we celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary. It happened probably 14 years ago. It took me 10 years to write the book. We are very well. Our kids were young. Now they're young adults. So we serve in ministry. So this is gone. The issue is gone, but we are very much conscious of what damage is caused. And I write part of the book. My wife write part of the book, her side of things. So we want to give to our brothers and sisters information or insight from how it is, how it went, what are the, oh my goodness, what are the hurt, the feeling, the emotions, the difficulties to accept, to go through, the stress, the fears, the tears. All of that is real. All of that is real. We're still Christian. So I know that for a fact, because I talk to many people, that they are in churches, but this is not that right. And when that happens, they don't know what to do because so many people is involved in adulterous affair. It is more money cancer. So some, I know for a fact, some pastors will not talk about it because they are themselves in a situation we cannot get out of it. So they don't talk about it. They don't preach about it. So where does the guy go? So that's very, very, very difficult. So that's what the book is about. It's a start of a movement. I hope it's a start of a healing. So I think that people who want healing, who want to still save their marriage, can go to the book and get all the help they have. I have my contact details. If you want to connect, I will be more than happy to connect. So that is what this is about. And every week when I come up online, I'm going to share about more. There's so many things you can write in the book, and so many things you can't, because so much to say. We try to give the maximum of our own experience, what we went through, how it happened, why it happened, so that you can learn from that. There's so many errors we did. I did. There's so many wrongs we did. Something if it's we got wrong. So many things we assume. So many things we took for granted, and all of that uh, led to these things. But fortunately, we have God, and He helped us through it. I don't know if we can get out of it without God, but we certainly can put into practice the many things that we built upon to get our life back on track, to get our wedding back on track, to get our family life back on track because we are kids. And there are so many things that keep out of it of what not to do, because that thing that you're doing can lead to so many wrongs. So this is important. I think the more we talk about it, the more we bring it to light, then it can dissipate, because we don't talk about adultery, we don't talk about affairs. The world today is encouraging adultery. The world today is making it something exciting. Oh, I had an affair. So this is all wrong. This is all wrong. And as you read the book, as we'll be talking again and sharing every week, you will come to understand that this kind of thinking, this kind of peer pressure or influence plays a lot. Without us knowing that we will be influenced, it plays a lot. So that's what's going to be. I don't have a plan. Like it's do it every episode, but I know that we are going to share. Probably I would take from the different chapters of the book, different points, and share. And hopefully from your questions, from your remarks, your comments, I can then take up on that and share. I have been a Christian for long, and one of my book coming out will be talking about how what my life has been to become who I am now. Real life stories, no fancy thing. We go through a lot. It's not because we have Christ in our life that everything goes perfectly right. We go through many wrongs. We go through many things. That's why in the Bible, the Psalm says, as I go through the valley of shadows of death, I fear nothing because God is with me, but I still have to go through the valley. But I fear. It's okay to say I should not fear, but we fear at times, and we cry at times, we fall at times. And the important thing is to get up and not fall again on the same thing. Together, learn from it and move ahead. So I hope that my contribution can be helpful to you. Probably not many people will be able to buy the book, but my videos are free, it's affordable, and contacting me is free. I have nothing to pay. And hopefully we can meet again next week. That's the introduction of it. And when we meet this time, I'll dive a little bit more into what this thing adultery is, why we should be very careful about it, how we can prevent it because we can, what are the signs that things are going wrong in the relationship and we should be taking care of these things. We will look into what does a man need as a man. I believe I have that I am a man. I'm emotional, I have feelings, I have needs. And what does a woman need? No romance, attention, all these things that, if not taken care of, will lead to what we call cracks in the book. So thank you very much for taking time to listen to me. I'm a guy from Mauritius, far in the Indian Ocean island. You can take a Google map and find I'm far from there. But like you, I have gone through a lot of problems. I'm just sharing it, hoping that someone who's going through the same thing can learn from it, and probably before it gets worse, we can read and take actions and prevent it from happening. And if it happened, by the grace of God, by the way we did, which was successful, hopefully it can help you. So that's all for me from now. See you in the next session. Bye bye.